venerable members of Mahasangha, this afternoon you invited venerable monks to your house to offer dāna and to do Buddha Pūjā, Pirit chantings, making this house look like a temple, and inviting all these beloved friends to the house to partake in the moment, and also to make it an opportunity to transfer merits to their departed relatives and the departed relatives of this family. So you have very successfully completed the event and celebrate in the moment. So the biggest celebration, I think, this week is Sunil Mahattaya celebrating his second 25th birthday. It's a good way to put it, right? Second 30th. Yeah, we don't want to know the numbers. So it's absolutely a pleasure to witness these wonderful moments within the family, especially how you share the bond with each and every member in the family and people who are here, and also with the temple. I see Naika Guru giving you a birthday gift. So I think this is continued love from the temple. So Kassapa Guru also mentioned, how how devoted, how kind, and how these things are happening in his introduction. So it's all about this story that I'm going to share with you. So there were these three elderly people standing outside of a house, and the wife of the house, when she came out, she saw these three were standing. They had long beard, and they were just looking downwardly and silently waiting outside. And she saw them. She went to them and said, "You must be hungry, come inside, I can feed you." And one of them said, "Is your husband home?" She said, "No, he'll be back soon." And they said, "Okay, we will come into the house when your husband is at home." So he came home, and she told him about what is going on, and he said, "Wonderful, ask them to come inside." So she went outside and said, "You can come, my husband is home." And the three men said, "Well, only one of us can come home. So ask him which one he likes. One of us is wealth, the other one is love, the other one is success." So wife was a little confused, and she went to the husband and told that these three are different. Only one of them can come. So at that time, their daughter-in-law also was present. The husband said, "Okay, ask the wealth to come, then our house will be full of wealth." And the wife said, "Let's invite success to the house. We need more success in our family." And the daughter-in-law said, "No, let's invite love, so we can fill this house with love." And they agreed. So both parents agreed that, okay, we will invite the love into the house. That's much needed. And she went outside, and the wife told the elderly three, "Okay, which one of you is love?" And they said, "Okay, here is love." And then she said, "My husband is inviting love to the house." And at that time, all three started walking into the house. And she said, "Only one of you can come, right?" and they said, when you choose love, all else fall in place. Everybody, everything, wealth, success comes when there is love. So when there is love within a family, you can do big dāna events like this. Because everyone is here to contribute, from the smallest child to the oldest member in the family, and to everyone else who is here are contributing with love, without hatred in mind. So today, I observed that happening. You were wanting to feed us so much of food, tons of food, and we can only eat so much. And that's love. That's love between you and the temple. We have been observing this for many years. When love is here in a family, discussions happen in a friendly way, right? When discussions happen in a friendly way, everybody knows what's happening to everybody. It's like living in a small house, like my childhood days. We didn't have separate rooms, so we all sleep in the same place, and we know who is sick and who is hungry, who is eating, and all of that. It's like free therapy between everyone. It's not like anyone is hiding in a room doing their own thing. That can really separate families. But when love is present, you make sure someone has eaten, someone has had their tea, and someone has pocket money when they go out. There's no distress in their minds. So this is so important. That's how success and wealth can be achieved as a team within the family. But however, we notice in today's world that the West is talking about, follow your heart, follow your heart. This, I say, is a millennial trap. Everyone says, follow your heart. If your heart is telling you to do computer games, you will be just doing computer games without making any achievements in your life. That's going to waste your time. So when you follow your heart, you need to take your brain with you. When you take your brain has mindfulness, time management, goals, and telling you which discipline you should have in order to achieve something. So the heart will fail everything. Heart will say, no, you don't need to look at that. You don't need to pay attention to discipline. That way, I think the brain does not succeed. Both the brain and heart need to work together. The Buddha says we need to be completely mindful about what is happening between our body and the mind. When one is hijacked by the other, if it is giving unwise instructions, akusala, unwholesome instructions, at some point you are going to steer away from the track to a different place in life. So within this family, when there is love, when there is anything possible, because of everyone's strength and contribution, there is also heart full of brain here. Everybody helping with their intelligence, supporting everyone, and telling, okay, this is a wonderful direction to go. In my family, I see I have an autistic brother, and my father was always behind him. I saw so much love in there, and my mom doing the same thing. And that's the best love I have ever seen. If you can love an autistic person, someone who needs that attention, there I see the biggest love. And sometimes people get annoyed when they are slow, when they are not able to read, when they are not able to count money, but they need everybody's contribution. And that's amazing when I see that within my own family. So I see that as a living example of how love can be given, how peace can be achieved, how honor can be achieved. So these things, with these things, usually say for children that, we have so much intelligence, and our intelligence can also get hijacked by emotions like anger, like computer games, electronics, cell phones. The best example is the one that I learned recently from a family known to me who live in Illinois. Their daughter ended up having a crooked spine because she was looking at the computer. Her spine bent over during COVID, and now they have to go to a special trainer and spend so much money in retraining her spine back to its normal position. And her eyesight is deteriorating because of staring at the computer too long. And she forgot to eat, so she's getting thinner every day. So these things, we need to see through our intelligence, to minimize our time spent with these electronics. And that way, we are not completely under them. We are always using our human capacity to surpass the limitations of these devices. So these things I say, behind these messages you see mindfulness, middle path, your own strength, all the teachings of the Buddha. So I leave all that for you to think through and make decisions in life, and that way I'm sure love definitely wins. එහෙම හිතලා අපි පින් අනුමෝදන් කරමු. ඉතින් අද මේ පින්කම මේ විදියට සිද්ධ කරගත්තේ තමන්ගේ ජීවිතයට පින රැස් කරගෙන ආශිර්වාද ලබාගෙන බුද්ධ ධම්ම සංඝ ත්‍රිවිධ රත්නයේ ඒ උතුම් ආශිර්වාදයෙන් අපටත් මේගේ ඥාතීන්ටත් පින් බලාපොරොත්තුනේ යම් කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් ඒ හැමෝටමත් මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වේවා, ආශිර්වාද සැලසේවා කියන අදහසින් ඉතින් උපන් දිනේ වගේ දවසක අපිව බිහි කළ දෙමාපියෝ සිහි කරනවා. ඒ අය සුජීවත්ව වාසය කරනවා නම් ඒ ඇත්තන්ට නිදුක් නිරෝගී සුව දිගාසිරිත්, මිය පරලෝසපත් වෙලා නම් ඒ ඇත්තන්ට මේ පින් අනුමෝදන්ව මේ දානමය, සංඝ දානමය, පරිස්කාර පූජාමය, පංචශීල සමාදන් වුණ ඒ වගේම පිරිත් දේශනාමය මේ හැම පිනක්ම අනුමෝදන් වේවා කියලා පින් දෙනවා. ඉතින් එහෙම අදහස් කරගෙන අපි මුලින්ම දෙපාර්ශ්වයෙන්ම මිය පරලෝසපත් වන්ට යෙදුණු සියලු ඥාතීන් මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වෙත්වා කියලා අදහස් කරගෙන පින් අනුමෝදන් කරන්නට ඉදම් මේ ඥාතිනම් හෝතු කියන ගාථාව කියනවා. දෙවියන්ටත් පින් අනුමෝදන් කරමු. සම්‍යක් දෘෂ්ටික දෙවිවරු මේ නිවෙස් මේ පින්වතුන් ආරක්ෂා කරන දෙවිවරු මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වෙත්වා. සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය, මහා සංඝරත්නය අපව ආරක්ෂා කරත්වා. දෙවියෝ තුතුම් නිවනින් සැනසෙත්වා කියලා සාදු කියන්න. එත්තාවතා චම්මේහි ගතා. හොඳයි. ඔබටත් මියගේ ඥාතීන් සෑම දිනාටමත් මේ පින් බලෙන් උතුම් නිවන් සුව සැලසේවා. සුනිල් මහත්මයාට සුබ උපන් දිනක් වේවා කියලා අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමු. සාදු කියන්න. අභිවාදන සීලිස නිච්ඡං වද්දාපචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වද්ධන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සම්පatti සග්ග